What should the Blazers do with Chauncey Billups? 66% of you said...
I'm going to go to that lake.
66% of you said replace him. 29% said try one more year, and only 5% said extend him.
Who said extend him? What?
Well, 5%.
He's won like 30% of his games.
Well, he doesn't have any players.
Can I give a Chauncey Billups 2 thumbs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least we know his name.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't know his brother's name until his brother got canned.
Well, that's interesting. I don't think Blazer fans love Chauncey. I think that's a little unfair, but I totally get it.
Well, like anytime you're the coach of a rebuild,
yes,
no, you can't
Yeah.
win 28 games.
You're never going to be a popular. That's
yes,
true.
it's just it doesn't work. Hey, we're losing all these games, but you know what? I love our head coach. No,
But
it doesn't work that way.
You're also a sacrificial lamb, too.
Yes.
So now
And remember, he was also hired to not be a sacrificial lamb. He was brought in to save this thing.
Which is probably why he wants the hell out of here.
Yes.
But
he didn't want to do this.
The latest is on that before I get to today's poll question, and I think I can regurge this, but I got to credit our man Danny. He's on before us on the Danny and Dusty program.
Yes.
He was saying that all that stuff yesterday that came out about Chauncey, you know, like I think the report was from Chris Mannix, other teams are monitoring Chauncey's situation. That was from the Suns because the Suns knew yesterday, and
Vogel.
It is official today that they have canned Frank Vogel, and Chauncey is connected to Phoenix for 2 reasons. One, apparently Kevin Durant wants him. And because they know each other, they go way back.
Let me just point out, if Kevin Durant wants you as his coach, you're going to be fired. This would be
death sentence.
6 coaches in 6 years for that guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He has not had the same coach 2 years in a row since Steve Kerr.
Oh, my God.
So trust me, if anyone in the Phoenix Suns is listening, don't let that dude pick your coach.
Yeah, he's had 5 in 5 years. This next one will be a 6 in 6 years.
Do you think the Suns front office is all huddled around the radio listening to us right now and jotting down notes feverishly?
Give us a call. You don't know who we are, but trust me, don't do it.
The other connection is that Matt Ishbia, the new owner of the Suns, you've seen him courtside with Isaiah Thomas.
He's a Michigan guy.
Isaiah Thomas has his ear. And
boy, you want to talk about another death sentence, Isaiah Thomas having the ear of your owner.
And so Isaiah being obviously with the Pistons, Chauncey with the Pistons, he loves Chauncey.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 reasons why Chauncey may be a candidate in Phoenix. The other nugget that Danny tossed out there, at least to me, I assume this was on the air too, but is it James Jones, former Blazers great?
The GM.
He's the GM down there.
Yeah.
He likes Budenholzer.
Yeah.
And so there's probably going to be a tussle.
You could have a coach that's won an NBA championship, or you can have another coach that had bullied his way onto to be an assistant in LA simply because he was Chauncey Billups, and then took a job with Portland where he's won 30% of his games and
32
and has proven absolutely nothing. And you're going to put him in charge of a team that is has no assets to get better, is old and overpriced and broken down, that just got swept, and is in desperate need of someone that can bring that all together because they're all in and there's really no way to get better. And your answer to that is Chauncey Billups? Boy, you want to talk about an organization that I wouldn't want anything to do with right now? I'll take the Phoenix Suns for 1,000, Alex.
Vancouver Ford text line 503-864-6326. Your dollar goes further at Vancouver Ford. They treat you right before, during, and after the sale. VancouverFord.com. Deal says Chauncey could go 82-0 next year and still have an all-time losing record. And that's right.
Well, but I do believe that Chauncey wants out. He can't.
I'd want to go to Phoenix too.
Exactly, because even at the press conference, right, even at the exit ones, Joe Cronin finally had the balls to come out and be like, we're not very good. Like, it's a rebuild.
Is he Donald Trump all of a sudden?
Yeah, he's like, if it'd be Donald Trump, be like, it's the greatest rebuild of all time. No one's ever rebuilt like we're going to build. I see everyone in the streets and they come up to me and they're crying and they're like, oh my God, your rebuild is amazing.
I'm really rich.
So like Cronin finally came out and was like, yeah, like, hey, not about wins right now. Meanwhile, you got Chauncey being like, no, next year we're contending for a play-in spot. I'm ready to win, and I'm ready to win now. Like, you've got an organization that is finally being like, yes, we're tanking. We need to tank again. Next year's draft is way better. And you got a head coach openly being like, to hell we are, because he knows that if they tank next year, his ass is fired.
Well,
so, like, they don't line up. And so it might be in everyone's best interest, honestly. If Phoenix wants Chauncey Billups, and you just
fine.
Cool.
Whatever.
Here, go.
No one here cares.
Get.
And then hire Frank Vogel.
Oh,
I
there you
think
go.
Frank Vogel's pretty good, I guess. I don't.
If you're a Portland fan, you'd have to take that swap, right?
I think so, but he probably doesn't.
He doesn't want this job.
Yeah,
He's not gonna want this job
Vogel's
either.
gonna be like, yeah, no thanks.
You got to go find a young assistant that
Terry Porter.
Oh, yeah.
Can they double dip with the coach of the remix? Can he just do the G League?
Who's the coach of the remix?
I have no idea. I'm just saying, maybe you save some money and you can assure some losses that way. No experience, don't worry about it.
No.
Ultimate tank job.
No.
I like where we're going.
Strong no.
Well, I still like the idea of the player coach too. Let's not forget about if the assignment next year is to lose 70 games.
Banton, player coach.
I like where we're going with this. What about just
Okay.
like a democratic sort of thing where there's no coach, but we just take a lot of votes on things?
Hey, what play you guys want to run? Here are a couple of pens and some ballots.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead
just
and mark it and throw them in the hat.
Yeah.
Don't show other players your answers.
Yeah, let's go with that. We do like a round robin thing. Hey, it's quarter one. Do-op wreath. This is your quarter. You decide what we want to run. The next quarter, you just bounce it around.
Innovative.
Like a volleyball serve sort of thing. We just kind of go in some circles.
Well, you know what they do in NCAA hoops, like going into the tournament, they assign each assistant an opponent that they could face in a later round.
See?
So maybe you go up and down the roster and it's like, okay, you get these 3 teams from the West, you get these 2 from the East, and everybody kind of just has their little baby they work on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's yesterday's poll.